You're watching Hundo Pierre.
Look, y'all, we're gonna be pulling up today to my boy Pierre. Shout out to Pierre on Instagram. He's a credit repair specialist. So we're gonna chop up some game. We're gonna try to get some few clips, you know, networking, just getting some clips for Instagram Reels, all that type of good stuff. But I'll catch y'all when I'm over there. Right now, I'm gonna go pick up my homeboys though. And you got Pierre complaining about the views.
Bro, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm bougie, but when I pay for my shit, I like my shit right, bro. I like my shit right, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, you can't complain about this, Pierre, man. This shit motivation.
This view right here, the young cats, say that. And when you looking around you, and you looking at these open doors,
yeah,
and you looking at their offices, you see it's a whole lot of content creators, bro.
A lot of content creaters out here, man.
Got that shit good.
Bro, like good networking down here at MIA. And you got the pool. That's a pool, right? Or am I tripping?
That's a pool. But
man,
that's an indoor pool as well.
That's a fat ass pool.
Way much more. They got the bars, all types of locations, all that good stuff. But you guys, when you come down to Miami, you gotta put your money where your mouth is, man.
Nah, that's facts.
You gotta
man.
go ahead and get it in. I just got off the flight. Hood Rich pulled up on you, man. Making TV cribs type shit. Hopefully this light work.
Check it out.
Test it out yet.
But yeah, y'all, finally linked up with the boy Pierre, man.
Man, you guys, man. It wasn't overnight. I'm just gonna say that. It wasn't overnight.
It wasn't overnight, but we finally made it. We're about to drop some sauce. Where do you think we should set this shit up, Pierre? Right here, we talk about, you know, the credit sauce. We're gonna get some few clips.
Right here.
TikTok, Instagram Reels, all that, man.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. You guys tap in. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe.
There you go. Hey, Pierre, you got a YouTube or not?
I do got a YouTube. It's
plug it in.
Pierre, Handal, Pierre, Pierre.
And then also too, follow Pierre on the gram, man. Pierre be promoting credit repair. What else you do?
So
Pierre?
you go ahead and see everybody financial literacy, credit repair. We got the free seminars going live every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So on all social media platforms at Everything Pierre. That's the name, Everything Pierre. Go ahead and lock in with me, Instagram and TikTok.
There you go. Y'all know where to find him. So we're gonna get busy right now. I'm loving the views, man. Pierre tripping. This shit go hard. We setting up right now, man. Some podcast vibes. I got my mics plugged. Pierre over there setting it up. And my homeboys taking flicks outside, man. They getting busy with the clothing brand. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna drop some sauce real quick. What's good, Hurrich fam? Hurrich Credit tapping in. I got my boy special guest. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, you guys? It's Pierre at Everything Pierre on all social medias. That's including Instagram and TikTok. You guys go ahead and tap into my YouTube as well. Handal Pierre, Handal. I'm happy to be here.
There you go, y'all. Happy to be here, man. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all watching it, Hood Rich Credit on all platforms. And today we're going like on a podcast type of vibe. We're gonna explain the backstory of us, how we got into the credit space, how we tapped into, for example, me getting approved for limit credit cards, and then Pierre, he's a credit repair specialist. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So where should we start it at, man?
Shoot.
Pierre, tell the people like how you came up knowing about credit repair, man.
So essentially, to be completely honest with you, I came up West Orlando and North Miami Beach. So growing up, I always would see that people would always try to go ahead and get furniture in the house or get approved for home or get a car, and they couldn't because they rather went and messed up the electrical bill or they were late on something else or this or that. So growing up, I used to see people get denied for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I understood that because I had $1 million network at 19 off of real estate. I understood that if I kept my credit clean and I matched it with a 9 to 5, banks gonna give me money. Yeah. So when I started figuring that out, I got $250K in funding. So I was like, okay, at age of 19, this is when I got $1 million net worth while I was serving in the U.S. Army. So right then and there, I figured out, okay, I did this. Everybody else could do it too. Then I started remembering my childhood and how I grew up. Everybody can't do it. It's low income. They're gonna miss a payment. Stuff is gonna go into collections. So that's when I got big into credit repair. The biggest thing was helping as much people as possible. And it just started off of me fixing my aunties, uncles, my bro, somebody at the park. And then it just started scaling into 6-figure, 7-figure business.
Yeah, that's the same shit with me, man. Like once I started learning about the credit repair space. Well, mainly I focus more on stacking credit cards. I know about credit repair, but Pierre is more of the professional when it comes to that lane. But with my come up, man, like same shit, similar story. Everybody got the same background. Like me coming out of Section 8 low income housing. And, you know, I wanted more, like every youngin' just trying to make it out, man. I come from Section 8 housing, like I said, low income. Where I come from, it's like we worked sun jobs, man. Like we worked sun jobs all the time. I was working landscaping jobs. I was working construction jobs. I worked at FedEx, all type of shit, man. I worked like 7 jobs, man. 7 jobs back to back to back under the sun, completely. And yeah, eventually I got tired of that shit, man. Like I just started running across like little credit videos on YouTube. It's funny, like the way I ran towards credit was I watched a video by, shout out to CJU, man. I don't know if you know CJU.
I don't. You gotta put me on.
CJU, man. So CJU, the way he interested me in credit was I saw a video, like 100K blueprint on how to stack a bunch of credit cards.
Yeah.
And I seen that he was more like the type of credit guru where like he had chains on, he had that certain lifestyle, like where it's relatable to where I come from, right? And I was like interested, bro, because like people really don't tap into credit because they like see a white guy in a suit and it's kind of intimidating.
At all.
You get me?
At all.
So that's how I tapped into credit, man. I started seeing his videos and then I started getting addicted to credit, like very addicted to it. I remember I saw CJU posted like a Navy Fed play. Apply with Navy Fed right now on the personal side. They approving people for 25K limits. I remember my sister, prior to that, her highest limit was a Chase credit card. It was a 4K Chase credit card. Yeah. And she wanted a new credit card to build like a fence around her crib. She had gotten a new crib, so she was trying to build a new fence. And I was like, okay, I got the perfect bank for you, the perfect credit union in this case, right? And I went to her crib. I pulled up the application tab. Well, like 2 days before that, I made her, a membership account with Navy Fed. And then we went to her house. I applied for that. I think it was a cash rewards card, and they approved her for 14K. It wasn't a 25K approval, but then when I seen that 14K, keep in mind, like a youngin from Section 8 housing, low income housing, I looked at that approval and I was like, damn, 14K? A youngin has never seen money in his life, and I see an approval like that. And my sister was shocked too. She was like, 14K, my highest limit was a Chase credit card for 4K. That was her highest limit. And then from there, like, this credit started getting addicting, and like I just started watching a bunch of videos, paying a bunch of mentors, like, and then knowledge started coming to me, trial and error. And yeah, that's how I tapped into the credit space, man.
I'm happy you said mentors. What was one good mentor that you could blast out right now, give them a free shout out to help you get to where you got to get to?
I was tapping into CJU, man. I tapped into CJU. That was one of my first mentors. And from there, it's just like free videos, man. Like I was really fucking with CJU though. That's who really helped me, an OG in the credit space. And yeah. What's the next topic we should do, man?
What you want to call it? Plays. Like what plays? Credit card stacking plays.
Credit card stacking plays. All right. I'm
gonna jump right into yours. So hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right into you because you already talked about credit card stacking.
Yeah.
So boom. So what credit card stacking play would you say is elite? Give us a little song. I know they gotta tap in with a mentorship. Yeah. But give us a little song on what you're giving right now. If you trying to go ahead and stack, what are 2 places you can go? What's the method? What's the blueprint?
Okay, so before you stack, y'all, your credit has to be in position. Okay, we talking about no late payments, no collections, no charge-off, no bankruptcies. Okay, no negatives on your credit report. So this credit stacking method can work with each of the banks that I throw you. Right? You want to have something like a 700 plus for like banks like American Express because that's what they want to see. Utilization under 10%. Everybody knows that, bro. Like if you owe another bank and you try to go to another bank and apply for some funding, they're not gonna approve you. They're gonna look at you stupid sideways. Another thing, inquiries don't really matter. Like as long as they're not recent, you straight, man. Inquiries don't really matter. I've gotten people approved for 15 plus inquiries on their credit report and they still get approved for high limits. What else? I think that's about it. That's how your personal credit profile should look like. Okay. Now you obviously should have your LLC set up. Okay. Once you have your LLC set up, people say 2-year-old shelf corps is the best thing to do. I definitely would recommend 2-year-old shelf corps because there's certain banks, there are credit unions that want to see at least 2 years of you being in business. But sometimes you don't really need that, man. If your credit profile is looking very strong, you don't have to have an aged business. So now you got that foundation set up. Okay, now we're gonna go to the banks. So Your personal credit profile should be strong too when it comes to your credit card limits, because banks look at comparable credit. So if you have low limits on your credit profile, let's say something like a 2K credit card on your credit report, you think the bank's gonna approve you for 20K limits? You get what I'm saying? So you need comparable credit. Like you need some high limits already reporting on your credit profile. So that's why I always would recommend somebody that's just starting their credit profile to hit something like Navy Fed. Because Navy Fed, even though it's cliche, everybody talks about Navy Fed, but it's true. Like there's a #1 credit union that will throw you a 25K approval with some like 6 to 8 months of credit history. Okay? Navy Fed will throw you that bag. So once you got that high limit reporting as well, which a requirement that I forgot, now you line up your institutions. You line up institutions that pull from TransUnion. You line up some institutions that pull from Experian, and then some that pull from Equifax. Okay, but a little tip: always go for the soft pull credit cards. Okay, when you go for the soft pull credit cards, keep in mind, banks, when they see a recent increase, they're gonna deny you. You get what I'm saying? But if you go for the soft pull applications and your credit stack and play with each bureau, they're not gonna see the recent increase.
Exactly.
You understand? So once you got them soft pulls out the way, now you line up the hard pull institutions. So a little play that I tell people in my mentorship class is get 2 computers, okay? Get a homeboy, a sister, a family member right next to you. They got a computer, you got a computer. You pull up 2 tabs, let's say that pull from Experian. She pulls up 2 tabs that pull from Experian as well, okay? And y'all line up the applications with your information pre-filled, and you click submit, she clicks submit at the same time. 4 applications submitted at the same time. Yeah, you're gonna receive the hard inquiries, all 4 on your credit report, but the thing is, keep in mind that inquiries take 5 to 10 seconds for them to post. So the banks, the credit unions, they're not gonna see them recent inquiries on your report. You get what I'm saying? So you do that shit with every bureau, and then you eventually just stack up credit cards. You get into the garden stage, 6 months you're not applying for no credit, and then you just rerun the play. Like that's how it is.
100%. And I'm happy you said the inquiries, because the biggest thing about the inquiries, right? Sometimes they don't matter, right? They're inevitable. People get funded all the time. But after you run those plays, I want to tell them how to go ahead and remove those inquiries. Because some people don't know.
There you go.
And you can remove them over the phone, right? He just went and dropped some fire sauce on you guys. I don't know if you guys listen, but I'm going to replay it, right? 2 people, 2 computers. Make sure you guys are tapped in and you hitting the soft pulls first, as well as you're going to that first credit bureau round, whether it be Experian first, Equifax, then TransUnion. Go ahead and kill it by the credit bureau. Some of you guys are killing it by the banks. You feel me? It's okay to stack banks, but you want to know where those banks pull from and see what's the best bet. Because if you have a bank that's pulling from all 3 credit bureaus, you just messed up all 3 on one hit.
I'll give you an example. Capital One. Capital One, I always recommend my clients to stay away from Capital One because they pull all 3 of your credit reports, okay? So go ahead.
Bro, 100%. So when it comes down to the inquiries, it's easy to move your inquiries. The only thing you have to do is literally Google the number for Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Here's the trick, because you guys have probably heard this a million times. Here's the trick. What I've learned with my mentees and what I've had, because I have a VA that works in Experian in Singapore. She's let me know that in the first hour and the last hour that they close, their calls are being monitored by the manager, so they have to abide by the law. So other than getting somebody in the middle of the day that doesn't care, they're not going to want to help you, the first hour and the last hour are your best bet. So when you call in, let them know, hey, I see some unauthorized inquiries on my credit report. I need to go ahead and get them removed. I understand you're just a customer service representative. I need to be transferred to the fraud department. Once you get transferred to the fraud department, if you get transferred and the person doesn't answer it, hey, I'm a fraud technician, I'm a fraud department, it's not the fraud department. You just got transferred over to a customer service rep. Their friend, their homie, somebody to the left or right of them. They're gonna say, hey, I can help you. No, under the FCRA 609, I understand that you cannot help me. I need to be transferred to the fraud department. Once you get transferred to the fraud department, let them know, hey, I see unauthorized inquiries on my credit report. I already went to your website, though it says that I don't have to submit a police report and I don't have to contact the creditors. I just have to make sure you're aware that they're unauthorized. You can remove them. I already did both of those. You don't have to do those things. And you didn't do those things. Yeah. So now they're going to say, okay, let me look in the system. It's going to be a long hold. Remember, guys, first hour and last hour. If you're getting people in between coming back from lunch, their calls aren't being monitored, they don't care. The first hour and last hour, the managers are monitoring. That's the easiest way. So you don't have to keep calling repeatedly and having to keep trying to get those inquiries removed. But unauthorized inquiries on your credit report, you don't know where they came from because you didn't authorize them. If you didn't put something on paper and contract and I'm gonna get into consumer law a little bit later to help you know how to compare their credit as well. If you didn't put your name on contract with your wet signature, you did not authorize that individual to pull your credit. You applied for something. Yes, that means you're supposed to get accepted. And 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to remove the inquiry, you didn't get accepted. Whether you went to a car dealership and they shopped it around, or you applied for a credit card and denied it, somebody got paid off of that transaction. Every time somebody pulls your credit, somebody gets paid. Whether it's the creditor, whether it's the CFO of the business, somebody gets paid because they got your personal information, they sell it. So now you can remove all those negative inquiries off of your credit report. But that's in the trick.
That's some sauce right there. I know dealerships also too get paid off each inquiry. That's why they shop your credit around. That's another sauce. But what I wanted to ask you, that's with specifically Experian, right? It's
specifically with Experian, but my mentees.
My bad to cut you off. So with TransUnion and Equifax, how would they run the play?
They would run the play theoretically same way theoretically, but there are new methods out there. The biggest thing was what I've seen is that first and last hour. If you don't want to sit here with TransUnion back to back to back, that first and last hour. But the other way that I do it is I send in letters or I fax. So if I fax them, it's a little bit more faster. Letters, 30 to 90 days. But my mentees still are ripping it through TransUnion and Equifax on the first hour of the day. If they call it because they know it's monitored.
Calling on the phone, getting them inquiries removed with TransUnion and Equifax. Yeah, that's some sauce right there, because I've had a lot of people have issues with getting them removed off the phone. So they say the best route is. What was that?
Some people don't want to be consistent too. They give up.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Okay, that's some sauce right there, man. Next data point. What we gonna hit next, man? What you thinking, Pierre? Hey, we going off the dome with this shit, man. I'm comfortable right now. I'm going off the dome, right?
What was the best credit card stacking that you got, amount wise? What was the highest you stacked?
One credit card?
One go.
Yeah, I got a lot of credit cards, man. Shit. I forgot. Maybe the Chase Inc. business. I forgot what was the limit on that one. Y'all know I did a review on it. I think it was 25, 27, some shit like that. I forgot. But it did come with a relationship manager, okay? So you have to have your RMs put in place. I don't know if you guys know about that sauce, but when you have a relationship manager, you're more willing to get approved for a higher limit, okay? They're trying to push that application, okay? So try to get an RM for big bank institutions. With credit unions, I don't really hear a lot of people have relationship managers, because credit unions, they'll approve you for a higher limit. The only thing is, though, they want to see some documentation. Okay, we're talking about pay stubs. Y'all get the point, okay? Y'all get the point with what the credit unions ask for, okay? And then identity purposes as well. They want to see your ID and all that extra shit, okay? But yeah, man, maybe that chasing business swipe, and maybe Fed. Obviously, I got a couple 25s. Damn.
What's the most you funded a client?
Funded a client? Okay, that's a good question. I remember I was doing this one client. He was an Amazon FBA client, and his credit profile was looking very turned. And then also too, he had a lot of income to provide because he was very big on Amazon. So I made him stack some business lines of credit instead of credit cards, okay? Because that's the play. When you're making a lot of income, you can show that income and you got a good credit profile. I wouldn't recommend you to go for business credit cards. I would recommend you to go for business lines of credit. But he got over 300K in business lines of credit. That's not that bad.
That's great.
300K, 400K. I don't remember specifically, but yeah, that was in one round. Think about the additional 6 months. All right, when he gets into the garden stage, 6 months later, he get another 300, 400K on his report. So I say that's the amount. Yeah, that's the amount.
That's not bad. And I like that you keep mentioning that the personal credit report has to be spot on.
It has to be solid, man.
I can't tell how many clientele that I get. They're like, you only got one late payment. Only got one late this or one late that. And I'm like, bro, we start at $720 for funding. Yes, you can start at $680, sometimes it's $650. But I start at $720 on my personal funding, right? But the biggest thing is you have to have 3 to 5 accounts, and you have to have at least one card with a 5K limit.
Yes.
Because they need to see that comparable credit, like you mentioned.
Comparable credit.
So when it comes down to repairing your credit, you guys, it's beneficial. Because if they see a hospital bill for $30, $40, or an electricity bill for like $40, $60, why is the bank gonna give you $20,000 when they see you got a collection sitting here for $60 that you didn't pay?
Yeah.
They're not gonna want to give you that. It's a liability. So I tell you guys all the time, repair your credit, repair your credit, repair your credit. Even if you're not tapping into it myself, right? Having my team repair it for you and getting results within the first 30 to 90 days, you can repair your credit at home using these 2 laws. You want me to break down the method?
Yeah, go ahead. Got time.
So essentially, when it comes down to breaking down how to repair your credit, first thing you want to do is you want to freeze your secondary bureaus, right? Your secondary bureaus are bureaus, credit bureaus that just hoard your personal information. So when Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian go to verify the information on your credit report, they go to the secondary bureaus. Secondary bureaus are Innovis, CoreLogic, SageStream, and you got a couple more. You got hundreds, but those are the main ones: Innovis, SageStream, CoreLogic, LexisNexis. Those are the main ones, right? When you go over to them, freeze your report, opt out, right? Opt out of them sharing your personal information. Once you're done doing that, here's where you start getting into paperwork, right? And some of you guys make the letters so strenuous. You can literally Google debt validation letter on Google. That'd be the first thing that pops up. So I'm gonna give you guys a freebie, right? Go to Google, put in debt validation letter. It's literally free. It's open market stuff that you can Google. I'm going to tell you guys further the laws that you need to put that is not open market on those actual applications. Get that stuff removed. Put debt validation letter. That's the first letter you're going to send, because now I need you to validate the debt.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me, can you verify this debt that's here, whether it be a collection, eviction, foreclosure, bankruptcy, whatever that may be. I need you to validate that.
Yeah.
Now, when I send in that letter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double method. So I'm going to send a letter with my name, right? Last 4 of the social on there, date of birth, and the address. Also, I'm going to attach my driver's license. I'm going to attach a utility bill. Do not just take the photo of the mail, right, in the envelope. Take it out the envelope. It leaves a full document that shows your name and your address, right? And you're going to take a photo of your social security card. If you lost a social security card, send in a W-2.
Yeah.
As long as it has a social security number on it, you're good to go. Send in those 3 documents with that letter. The letter you're going to get right from Google. So now all you're doing is plugging in your account and your account number and saying, hey, I need you to validate this debt. It's not mine. Now, once we send in that letter, we're not waiting, right? We're sending in certified mail with return receipt and tracking so that somebody has to sign for it and I can track when it got to you guys. By the time it's sitting in there, hold on, I almost forgot one thing. For the letter, backdate it. You want to backdate the letter.
That's what I was about to say.
It's very important. Backdate the letter. Usually I backdate mine 15 days.
15 days, yeah.
So by the time they get it, usually 7 days or so, they're already on day 21. They got 30 days to talk back to you. If they can't talk back to you in 30 days, they have to remove it by law, right? These credit bureaus are not the government. They're just another business with your personal information. That's all they are.
And the disputes go through, automatic systems, so you can backdate it and it's gonna work.
Exactly. So once we send it in, right, what you're gonna do now is you're not gonna wait that full 30 days for them to respond. No. What I do is I do a jump method. So now when I know the letters have gotten to them, I'm already hitting up, and it usually gets them 5 to 7 days. I'm already hitting up CFPB.
Yeah.
Guys, these two, bro, we're unfuckable,
yeah.
Bro. When you got somebody that can repair the credit and stack the credit, you guys, bro, we gotta do a package one day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We gotta do a package. Because, bro, when it comes down to it, this knowledge that we have, it's not like we learned this overnight, right? We've been through years and years of research, YouTube, mentorships to be able to get this information.
It took its time, man. It took its time. Like when you constantly grinding, bro, like in this credit space, you running a lot of clients, like you just pick this shit up, man. You pick this credit shit up.
And it's crazy because you can learn anything off of networking too. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
We in Miami right now, city of networking, man.
100%. So you guys, once you go ahead and go over to CFPB, you submit that complaint, right? Guys, don't overthink it. You need to validate that information. These credit bureaus are misusing your information. They're going to literally copy and paste the letter that you sent out in there, and you're going to let them know at the bottom. Here's one script I like to put at the bottom. There's another extra method that I use as well that I'm going to put you on. Mm-hmm. I put, this credit bureau is in violation of not reporting in 30 days. I want everything negative off my credit report, which are the accounts I included up ahead, removed immediately. Keyword removed immediately. Now you're not only telling them what to do, you're telling them when to do it. Also, what I do is I attach an invoice.
Yeah.
I send an invoice for Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You can go on Google, type up an invoice.
Yeah.
$1,000 for each negative thing that's on there, and you attach it to that complaint. So now, when they go ahead and get that, because you can sue the credit bureaus by law for putting negative items on your credit report. It's defamation, right?
Yeah.
It's not in your character. Now you can't get approved for a house, car, loan. So now I attach those invoices, send in that dispute. By the time I sent in that dispute, I'm waiting 2 to 3 days. Remember, guys, I waited 5 to 7 days till the letter got to them. I had it in CFPB same day. Hey, they didn't get to me in time because they're not going to be able to. Boom, sending those invoices in as well with the letters I sent. Then I'm turning around and I'm going in and I'm calling up the credit bureaus. I'm calling them up. I'm saying, hey, did you receive my letter? I'm not verifying no debt. I'm not verifying nothing. All I'm doing is calling them up and saying, hey, I sent out this letter. You guys are removing this stuff. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And I'm beating it into the agent's face that, hey, you guys are in violation, man. You want to lose your job? Like, what's going on here? And by then, what's happening is they're just putting something into the software. You're not going to get it deleted off that first call. Now, by the time you sit back, you're going to be able to see that stuff is coming off that credit report. Usually around 7 days or less after you make that call. I see stuff dropping off. That's one method, but there's many methods on how to remove those items. Here's another caveat. If stuff's not dropping off, right? Another thing I do is I go ahead and start using consumer law because nobody's a better law. First thing we use is debt validation. It was pretty much the identity theft route, right? FTC report, all that good stuff. Just go to ftc.com, put identitytheft.gov, send in the FTC report. Tell them, hey, you lost your wallet, somebody stole your identity. That was one part that I missed as well. You want to do that towards the beginning after you freeze the secondary bureaus. But I've had people that have done it without an FTC report, believe it or not. But that's another pillar that you're going to need. Also, when it comes down to it, the next letter that I sent out after I've seen stuff falling off, or if they don't want to have stuff fall off, I send a letter containing 2 laws. If it's a negative account, no matter what it is, I send, literally, you can copy and paste 15 USC 1681. That law lets them know you don't have permissible purpose, or you don't have permission to be able to put anything on my credit report without my written consent, without my wet signature. 15 USC 1681. The other one I have too as well is for late payment. So if anything's late, your account can never be late. It can never be late by law. So if you see a late payment pop up, use 15 USC 1666B. You just copy and paste that code. And then at the bottom, you put the account in between. You copy and paste that code. At the bottom, you put the account number, and underneath it, you put, you are in violation of this law. Please remove or delete immediately. You send it off, those things are falling off. Now your credit's where it needs to be at. Now you come over to Hood Rich Credit, you get your credit stacking, and you can scale any business to grow.
Hey, I'm liking this shit, man. Homie going in. Y'all heard it back to back to back. He knows his shit, man. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with Pierre, man. But yeah, like he said, once you got your credit clean, you come to Hood Rich Credit. I show you how to stack these credit cards with credit unions, big bank institutions. And yeah, man, like that's enough to be said. Like, give me a question, Pierre. What you got in mind?
Shoot, man.
We're going off the dome, like I said, so I'm a little, you know what I mean?
What's the best business you ever scaled?
Credit. I mean, I have a lot of other income sources, okay? Like, I have a construction business. A lot of you guys know that. I bust a lot of plays with my Amazon FBA partners, and I send them the bread, the credit funding over. So I like being a middleman and everything. Like, that's what I like doing. But credit, the reason why I say credit is because there's a lot of income sources when it comes to this credit space. Like, you can establish multiple businesses. We talking about the trade line business. We talking about the auto trade line business. We talking about credit repair. We talking about how to stack credit cards. Like, people will pay you to, obviously help them stack credit cards. Some of y'all might reach out to me in my Instagram DMs. Yo, Rich, I saw the podcast, man. I'm trying to tap in. There's a lot of income sources, so credit, man. Like, credit.
Do you have anything new coming out, whether it be a course, a new ebook, a guide? What is new that you got coming out that you want to push to the audience so they can get fired up about it before it drops?
Okay. I always upload new videos to my playlist. I got a private playlist for the people that are in my mentorship class, so I'm constantly updating you with new information.
How much mentorship right now? How much you looking at?
So $197, but I currently got a sale right now because I did a partner video with my boy Zach. Zach is big on Amazon, so what I offered them is the Amazon FBA mentorship. He had like 25 videos already recorded, dropping the sauce on Amazon, and then also too, you get my credit mentorship. So it was a $97 sale. So whoever wants to tap in, use code FBA right now. $197 to $97. You get my package when it comes to showing you how to stack these credit cards. And once you got access to that credit, now you switch it over to a business like Amazon FBA that I partnered up with my boy Zach. And he's nearby, y'all. Like, he's nearby. We definitely linked up with him, but he said he was gonna eat with his homeboy. So I don't know if he's down a link right now, but yeah, I could put him on a video too. But
Bro,
it's me and Pierre right now. We solo.
the biggest thing is, it's crazy you mentioned that because I'm in that mentorship group chat. Fire.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it's straight entrepreneurs and people that want to grow and scale, that are motivated, that are serious about getting to the bread, and they're dropping plays and gems every single day.
Hell yeah.
And you're interacting too, and it's like you're able to get the best bang for your buck because you got multiple people dropping plays, you got yourself interacting, you also have access to those videos. So if you're not even sitting in the group chat looking through and seeing stuff and asking questions, you're literally chilling, laid back, watching those videos, getting the knowledge you need in order to be successful and take you to the next step. That's unheard of for the mentorship, especially
yeah, that's
for the
thing,
price.
man. That's what you have to do. And then also too, what I wanted to touch on, man, like a lot of people, they get the credit, man. They get their credit repaired and then they tap in with me with getting the credit cards. But you also got to know how to flip this credit. Like, you got to know what to get into, y'all. Like, that's what I find a lot of people like do wrong. Like, you guys get access to 100K, 200K in business credit, but now what the fuck you gonna do with it? Like, how you gonna bust a play? What you gonna get into? You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what the fuck they want to do. So
give them a play. I'll give them a play.
What I simply would say is find a business, okay? Something that you're good at, because you might be good at, you might know more about the landscaping business more than me, okay? You might know about pressure washing. You might have some connections with people that do the construction business. You get what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you're good at, but drop the sauce. What you was doing?
Shoot, truth be told, I would say that too, but at the same time, learn a new skill, right?
Here, how you feeling, man?
Man, I feel like money. Look, I feel like money. You know what I mean? I'm out here with Hood Rich. I'm out here with the boys, man. You guys see what we doing. Don't get no bigger than this. It don't get no bigger than this.
It's just straight motivation, y'all. Y'all see it? And yeah, y'all. I was telling these folks, man, like, they really just gotta stick to the blueprint. Build their credit, follow the blueprint, apply for these high-limit credit cards, and bust a play. Like, a lot of people be procrastinating. They be overthinking this process. They be stuck in their own mind, and you know.
How big is it when it comes down to manifestation and the mindset?
Bro, manifestation and mindset is very important. If you don't truly believe that this shit is gonna work out for you, it's not gonna happen. Best believe that. You really have to get into the mindset where there's no plan B, there's plan A. You're gonna make it work. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna find a way to make plan A work. Like, that's how I really like train my mind. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, if this doesn't work out, I'll do this. And it's like, come on, bro, like, stick to plan A, man. I always truly believed in myself. I knew this shit was gonna work out eventually. I just didn't know when, but I knew it was gonna work out eventually. Like, I always would manifest. I would read a lot of books, Think and Grow Rich. I also too would tap into human nature. Human nature was a very big part of my success. When you understand people, when you know how they move, when you know how to read people, when you know how to read a room, when you know people's intentions, when you listen to people, because I was very narcissistic back then as well. When you listen to people, like, you have your way because you know what they want, you know what they need. That's very important business, man. Human nature is a big part of my success as well.
It's crazy you say that. Listen, bro, truth be told, a lot of us are go-getters, bro. We ready to get in, punch the clock, knock stuff out, get stuff rolling. But the biggest businesses are go-givers. And that's the book that you guys got to tap into. It's called The Go-Giver. It teaches you that when you listen to an individual, you chop it up with them, see what they need, and be able to give something for free. As long as you're giving value, they're going to come back and shop.
Yeah.
I feel like for my product and my service, I really feel like you guys got to believe in what you guys got.
Take
right?
over the camera.
When it comes down to it, you guys got to believe in what you guys got, right? When it comes down to my service and my product, I feel like I got the best product, I got the best service out there when it comes to credit repair. I feel like that so much that I feel like if I don't sell this person, if they don't come purchase my product, I feel like I'm legit fucking them over when they leave. If they did not come shop with me, I feel like I fucked them over. I feel like I did not get the job done, or they're gonna go back and they're not gonna be able to get to where they gotta get to. That's how much I believe in my credit repair. Some of you guys gotta believe in stuff that everybody else is not gonna see the vision. You can't tell your big dreams to small-minded people. You gotta believe in it 100%. And any form of doubt is gonna eat you inside to take away your dream. You could be here. You could be in Miami. You could be with Hood Rich Credit. You could be with anybody you want to foresee in the future, but the biggest thing, you gotta go out there and chase it. You gotta, boom, get annoying with it. Send the DMs. Start chopping it up. The biggest thing is you guys don't want to put in the time and invest because of how you might look or what you might not doubt yourself doing or your capabilities. Look, man, what about mentors? Shout out to Be Good. Shout out to Be Good Financials, Bernie. He's in a wheelchair. He's been in a wheelchair for years now, since he was like, I think 19 or 20. I'm talking about an individual that's bringing in 6-7 figures. Easy. So when it comes down to capabilities, you guys gotta use those to the fullest potential. You might not have the bread, you might not have the background, you might not have mom and pop saving you. What you got is your vocal cords. Use your mouthpiece. Go ahead out there and speak to the world what you want to get from it. Speak it into existence. You guys gotta manifest it, man.
That's facts, man. You really gotta manifest this shit into reality. And that's what we doing, man. We manifesting this shit into reality. This shit didn't come overnight. This was the process and it happened. So yeah, life is good. Life is good from now on. Alright then, y'all, that's the end of the podcast. Hopefully we gave y'all some valuable information. That's about it for today, man. It's just like while we were recording, like the shit cut off, man. The mic cut off, so we was like, man, fuck it, bro. Like we hungry, like we just trying to do some other shit right now. We trying to handle some different type of business. But yeah, that's about it for y'all today. Y'all know where to find Pierre. Pierre, shout yourself out.
At Everything Pierre on all social media platforms. Everything Pierre, Instagram and TikTok. If you guys want to tap into the YouTube channel, I have dropped the link under below. But it's Handal Pierre, Handal Pierre, Pierre.
Hey, I really fuck with this shit, man. The podcast type of vibe, like, it's something I can get used to. Hey, I should pull up to Pierre City, man, Houston.
Bro, anytime you welcome.
Anytime, man. But yeah, that's about it for today, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Y'all have a good day. The Hood Rich Way.